When Fate Leads Me Home, Part 3, Chapter 13. Lizzie has so much fun at the zoo. We stop to have lunch there and then see more animals. Her favorite was the petting zoo. We go for ice cream after and start to head home when Rachel calls. Bella, says Rachel. Yes. How did it go in court today? Well, I have good and maybe bad news. Oh no. Please tell me they kept him locked up and no bond. Well, they kept him locked up, but they set a bond for $90,000. Do you think that he can post it or have enough assets to get a bail bondsman? Oh no. Why would they do that? I don't know what he has. He could possibly be out by tonight, and that scares me. Believe me, I understand that, Pierre. But we will be keeping an eye on you and Lizzie, and I am to be told if he happens to post bond before his hearing next month. Okay, sounds good. I guess it's a waiting game right now. Yeah, pretty much. See you later tonight, okay? Okay, thanks for the update. Yep, later. Later. What is it? What happened? Says Chris. You explained everything to Chris just as it had been explained to you. How can they do that after everything he did to you and Lizzie? I don't know, but you are right. It's not right. Chris and I ride the rest of the way home. We get home and get Lizzie fed and ready for bed. Chris tucked me in bed tonight, too, Mama. That is up to Chris, honey. Will you come tuck me in with Mama tonight, too? I would love to, Lizzie. So we all go head upstairs after getting her bottle ready and get her all tucked into bed. We hug and tell her that we will see her in the morning. We then head downstairs and wait for Kelly and Rachel to get there. When they do, Chris looks at Kelly. Go on, you two lovebirds. Lizzie is safe, says Kelly. Chris, what is she talking about? Kelly is going to watch Lizzie tonight while I take you on a date. Is that so? Chris and Kelly say that's right at the exact same time. And what are your plans, Rachel? I will be heading back into work and work on your case, so we know that we will win, and he has no chance, says Rachel. Oh, okay. Well, let me go change, and we will head out. Sounds great, says Chris. I head upstairs to find a nice dress to wear, but can't decide if I want to wear the black dress or the blue dress. I think I'm going to go with black. You can never go wrong in a black dress. I get dressed and head downstairs for some time with the man I am falling in love with. Did I just say I'm falling in love with him? I guess I did. But how does he feel about me? Is it just dating, friends, or more? I am in deep thought when I run right into him. I am so sorry. It's okay. I know you have a lot on your mind right now. Yeah, I sure do. If you only knew that it was him I had on my mind. Should we get going? Ready whenever you are. We head out to his car and start driving. So where are we headed to? I thought we could catch a bite to eat and then catch a movie. What do you think? So that's why you stated not to eat when Lizzie was eating? Exactly. Well, your plans sound great to me. So what is your favorite thing to eat? Is it still pizza? Yes, it is. Wow, you still remember? I remember a lot of things about you, Bella. Then let's go get some pizza. We eat our pizza and head to the movies. We decided that we will watch Crave. We get in and get popcorn and a drink and take our seats. Chris grabs my hand and as we are watching the movie and turns my face towards him. Is he going to kiss me again? Oh, I pray he does. Bella, I'm so glad you have entered my life again. You were always my best friend, and you still are. I'm the luckiest man in the world to have you as a part of my world. I feel the same way about you. He then pulls me in to the sweetest kiss ever. We are making out in the movies. That's when he turns to me and says, let's get out of here. Yes, let's go. We get into his car and head back to the house. Not much is said till we walk into the house. Bella, I said I wanted to take it slow, to get to know you. But I know I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I need you. Chris, I've been waiting to hear those words from you. I want you too. He starts kissing me everywhere, but when he gets to my lips, he is more intense, this time, with so much desire. He slips his hand in my shirt, and before I know it, my shirt is gone, and not long after, my pants and panties. Let me taste you, Bella. Let me have all of you. With that, he is laying me down on the bed, his fingers working magic, and then he is doing wicked things to me, to the point I scream out his name. God, Bella, you taste so good. I could do this all night with you. You could, but I need you and want you to take me now. Please, Chris, make me yours. With that, he's taking his clothes off, and I feel his hardness rubbing my flower. Yes, Chris, I need you inside me now. And just like that, he's filling me up inside. He starts slow, but while his fingers wreak havoc on me again, and before I know it, I am withering under him. God, Bella, you make it so hard to keep control. Then don't. Give it all of it. And with that, he is taking me from behind, and I start rocking in rhythm with him. And we hit climax at the same time, and I feel him release as I scream out his name again. God, Bella, I want to do this to you every night. I wouldn't complain. He takes me in his arms and holds me tight. I lay my head on him as we drift to sleep. Chapter 14. I wake to the man of my dreams laying next to me. Chris? Yes, Bella? He says this as he starts magic with his fingers again. Chris, things happened so fast last night that I didn't think of protection. You're not on some kind of pill? No. Well, we shall cross that bridge if it gets here. Right now, I want you again. You're not upset or worried? No. I love you, Bella, and I love your daughter, Lizzie, and I've actually been thinking of adopting her as my own. I love you too, Chris, and that would make Lizzie so happy. And we will take care of that today. Are you sure that you really want to do this? Yes, I'm positive. Now let me make love to you. And with that, he is inside me again, filling me up and bring me to climax. At the same time, he does again. I could stay right here forever doing this. And I would let you, if I didn't need to shower and get dressed and take care of our daughter. I like the sounds of that. Our daughter. With that, you get up and jump in the shower. You get dressed and watch as Chris gets out of your bed and heads for the shower. I will see you in a few downstairs. Sounds good. When Chris takes his shower, you go and get Lizzie ready for the day and head downstairs to get her fed. Rachel, I was hoping I could catch you before you headed downstairs. What is it, Chris? Because if it has anything to do with all that noise last night, I would say you and Bella are on really good terms, says Rachel. Oh, sorry about that. No big deal. What did you want? I have this ring that has been passed on through generations in my family, and I want to propose to Bella this morning at breakfast, and you help me make that happen? Oh my goodness, that is so awesome. Yes, I will definitely make sure it happens. Congratulations. Thank you. Well, I better head downstairs. See you down there? Right behind you. Everyone is downstairs, even Kelly, when Rachel asked me to help her grab something from the pantry. Bella, would you help me get something from the pantry? Sure. When I come back in, I am so overjoyed when I see Chris kneeling on the floor with a box with the most beautiful ring in it. Chris, what is this? Bella, will you marry me and make me the happiest man on earth? Yes. Oh, yes, Chris, I will marry you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Then we shall set a date after this court step is over and done. But I meant what I said this morning. I want to adopt Lizzie as my own today. So if Rachel or Kelly will watch Lizzie today, I would like to go and start the filing process. I will watch her. This is awesome. I'm so happy for you all. Congratulations, says Kelly. Thank you, Rachel and Kelly. And thanks for watching Lizzie while we go do this. Not a problem, says Kelly. Lizzie, would you stay with Kelly for a while today, Mama? And your daddy to be need to take care of a few things, so Chris will be your daddy forever. Okay, only because Chris can be my dad forever. Oh, Lizzie, I love you. I love you too, Mama, and Dad too. And this Dad loves you too, Lizzie. Rachel heads to work on the case, and Kelly takes Lizzie. So that just leaves you and the man who has just made all your dreams come true. You ready to head out? Yes, I am. We get in Chris's car and head to make Chris officially Lizzie's daddy. Thank you, Chris, for making all my dreams come true. And Lizzie's too. She is the happiest little girl ever, and all because of you. Well, both of you make me complete. So you guys are not the only ones on Cloud 9 right now. I, too, am the happiest man alive. With the papers filed for Chris to be Lizzie's father and our engagement, my life couldn't get any better. But then my mother calls and tells me that she is in remission from the cancer and will be home tomorrow starting life again. I tell her of my engagement, and she's overjoyed, saying my father would have been proud of me. We talk for a few, and then I let her know that we will be coming to see her tomorrow. She says she can't wait to see the lucky man, and we say our goodbyes. Chris, we must go see my mother tomorrow. Of course. We get home, and Lizzie is in bed, and it's been such a long week, so we head straight to sleep. Good morning, my handsome fiancé. Good morning, my beautiful queen. We both get up and get ready, and get Lizzie ready to go visit my mother. Rachel gets David to drive us there so we can all bond as a family. We get to my mother's home. Bella, Lizzie, my two favorite girls, it's so good to see you, and thank you for sending Kelly to watch over me and help me with the housework till I'm completely healed, says Rosemary. Not a problem, Mama. Mama, I want you to meet Chris, my fiancé. Chris, this is Rosemary, my mama. It is a pleasure to finally get to meet you. You as well. Grandma, hug! Lizzie runs to her grandma, and they embrace. Lizzie tells her about her new dada, Chris, and how much she loves him, and then we all go in and talk. We discuss the case and the wedding and have playtime with Lizzie. We get ready to leave. It's so good to see you again, Mama. You're looking so much better. We will be moving back this way once the case is over and we find a place. Bye for now, Mama. I love you. I love you too, Bella. Love you, Grandma. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye, Princess. I love you. It was nice to meet you, and I look forward to being a part of the family. Same here. Take care of my daughter and granddaughter. Will do. We get in the car after saying our goodbyes and head home. Days go by as we plan for a wedding, and we finally get Lizzie's paperwork back. It's official. Chris is her adopted father. We celebrate her and his special day. Time comes for the day of our court, and Lizzie has been staying with my mother these last couple days till this is over. We make it to court, and everyone has told their side of the story, besides Enrique and myself. I've heard the case. I would love to hear from the victim and the convict, says the judge. Enrique takes a stand after speaking with his lawyer. Your Honor, I know I should have taken a different approach, but when I seen my ex-wife and my daughter that day, I felt like I had been betrayed by being kept from our child, and the fact that my ex-wife just left me without even a goodbye. All I got was divorce papers a year later with no return address. I had to find her and my daughter and make her see how much she hurt me and that I still loved her and wanted to be a part of her life. I know she wants nothing to do with me now, but I asked for leniency due to if I would have been in my right mind, this would never have happened. I also asked for shared custody of our daughter. Thank you, Enrique. I will let you know my ruling after hearing Bella's side, says the judge. Bella, are you ready to take the stand? As ready as I will ever be. I talk with my lawyer and Rachel and Chris for a kiss for luck and take the stand. 2 years ago, I had to leave without a word to him and go into hiding for fear of my life and my daughter's. He was very abusive, and I was scared that one day I may not make it out alive if I stayed. He never wanted our daughter back then, so I don't know what would change now. He saw me the day I went to see my mama and followed us there and back to my home. He then waited till the right time and knocked on my door. I answered, thinking it was my fiancé Chris for our date. He covered my mouth with a rag, and when I woke up, I was handcuffed, and he told me that I would be with him or else. He said that if he couldn't have me, no one would. If he wouldn't have went to sign paperwork for the place he said it would be ours, new starting place, and got caught, and if it wasn't for my fiancé catching his words of where I was in a jungle, and he remembered where his father took him fishing as a child, I may not be here right now. I don't think it would be wise to give him partial custody, and Lizzie has a father that loves her, and he has adopted her as his own, so I asked to keep full custody of my child. Thank you, Bella. Now, everyone, I'm going to take a recess and go over everything, and we'll return in an hour with a verdict, says the judge. I am a nervous wreck, pacing the floor, scared that something may go wrong, and then my nightmare will never end. Chris keeps trying to comfort me, and I'm so glad he is here with me. Bella, everything is going to go well, and he will be locked up forever, and Lizzie will be safe. He doesn't stand a chance of winning any kind of custody of her. I want to believe that. I really do. But Enrique is sneaky, and I don't put nothing past him, and I won't feel better till I hear the judge say I have full custody, and he's going to jail for life. I understand, sweetheart, and I too can't wait until this nightmare is over. Our wedding is through in 3 weeks, and I want this behind us, and I want you to feel safe again. I want this behind us too, and I look forward to being your wife. I love you, Chris, and I've loved you the first time I saw you and started living with you as a guest. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Bella and Chris, the judge is ready, says Rachel. Chris and I tell her at the same time we are on our way. Chris looks at me and pulls me in his arms. He kisses me with so much desire, and then he says, we will get through this. Whatever happens, whatever the verdict, we will get through it together. And then he takes my hand and leads me into the courtroom. After hearing everyone's side of the story, I have come to a verdict. Enrique, I pronounce you guilty of kidnapping and holding your ex-wife without her consent. With that being said, I can see why you did it. And don't get me wrong, I don't agree about the way you did it. But I understand. I also understand why Bella felt. She must take herself and your guy's daughter and go into hiding. No woman should endure abuse, said the judge. Bella, I feel you could have gotten a restraining order against him and made him take domestic violence classes with visitation with his daughter. I know you say he didn't want her, but he seemed sincere about wanting to be a part of her life. So with that said, I'm sentencing you, Enrique, to 6 years prison time with good behavior. After those 6 years, you will need to take domestic violence classes and parenting classes. When that happens, I will consider supervised visits. We will have someone neutral to bring Lizzie to and from the visits. Bella, you need to understand, he is Lizzie's biological father and has rights too. With that, session is adjourned. Guards, please take Enrique to his cell, to the judge. Thank you, Your Honor. I look forward to the day when I get to meet my daughter and get to know her, says Enrique. Don't thank me, because I don't agree with what you did or how you went about it, says the judge. Your Honor, please don't do this. This man is dangerous, and 6 years is not enough time for what he did to me. And please, he doesn't need to be around our daughter, ever. That only gives him a chance to run with her. They will be supervised, so no chance of him taking her and leaving. And he kidnapped you and abused you, which I say again that I don't agree with. But this is not a murder case, so my decision is 6 years. If you don't agree, you can appeal the decision, but I believe that I made the right choice, says the judge. We all leave the courtroom, and I can't believe what just happened. Chapter 15. Chris, how could he do this? Lizzie is my whole world, and I don't want that monster to ever be around her. We will appeal his decision. Right now, he's locked up, and he isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So we will start the appeal process tomorrow. Then we will focus on us and take this as it goes. Right, tomorrow we will appeal. I can't believe in 3 weeks we will be husband and wife. Well, believe it, because it's happening. The next morning, we head down to the courthouse and start the appeal process. With that done, now we focus on our wedding day, and everything is set and ready besides my wedding dress, which I am to go with Rachel to get when we get home. While Chris watches Lizzie, whom is just as much fond of Chris as I am. We arrive at the house. Well, Bella, I want to apologize once more for how the judge ruled yesterday, says Rachel. It's not your fault, Rachel. We all did all we could do. We will win the appeal. We have to. Yes, we will, says Rachel. All of a sudden, I feel very sick to my stomach, and I run to the bathroom and puke everywhere. Rachel and Chris both come running to see if I'm okay. Bella, is everything okay, says Chris. Yes, Bella, are you okay, says Rachel. I don't know what happened, but this is not the first time. It seems like every morning I am waking up sick lately. Bella, when was the last time you had your menstrual cycle, says Rachel. Why? Just curious when your last one was, says Rachel. I think about it, and it dawns on me that I should have started 2 weeks ago. But with all the stress of the case, I never thought much about it. Rachel, now that you mentioned it, I was supposed to start 2 weeks ago, but haven't been thinking about it due to the stress of the case. Bella, are you pregnant? Says Rachel. What? Oh my goodness. I never really thought about it. Just thought it was my nerves from the case. Rachel and Chris at the same time say, we need to get a pregnancy test. Okay, well, after we go pick out my wedding dress, we will stop by a pharmacy and get one. Sounds good. Well, we better get going. I will meet you in the car, says Rachel. Okay. Oh, Bella, if you are, that would be the best wedding gift ever, says Chris. Yes, and Lizzie would love a little sister or brother to have to play with. Chris takes you in his arms and kisses you so deeply, and then he slaps my ass and tells me to take my beautiful butt on to get my dress and pregnancy test. He kisses me one more time, and then I'm on my way to the wedding store. After looking around, I have come to like 3 dresses, so I try them on to see which one is the one. I love how each one of them look on me, but Chris, I know, would love the last one. So with that, I buy the fitted one. It fits every curve on me, just right. Nice choice. Now let's go get this pregnancy test, shall we, says Rachel. Yes. We stop by the pharmacy and get a pregnancy test and head home. I go straight to the bathroom and take one. Well, now we just wait 5 minutes. This is the longest 5 minutes of my life, says Chris. Yes, I agree, and I am not the one to be expecting, says Rachel. The 5 minutes go by, and you get the pregnancy test and start to cry. What is it, Bella, says Chris. Yes, why are you crying, says Rachel. I'm crying because I'm the most happiest person on earth right now. I'm pregnant. I'm going to be a father again. Even though Lizzie isn't biologically his, he still considers her his and not just adopted. Well, congratulations, says Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. I need to talk it over with Chris, but I am sure he would agree. I would like you to be her godmother, just like Lizzie. Chris, is that okay with you? Yes, I agree, Bella. Rachel, please, be our child's godmother. Yes, I would love to be the godmother. Thank you, Bella and Chris, for trusting me with the children. Chris and I both say we would not want it any other way. I call my mother and tell her the great news, and she is super happy to be a grandmother a second time. We explain to Lizzie that she's going to be a big sister to a baby brother or sister, and she keeps asking when she will see the baby. Time flies by, and it's the day of my wedding. My mother stayed over, and Chris went to his place to get all his things together to be able to move into our new place where my mother lives after the wedding. My mother gave us our wedding present early, and it was a trip to Mexico for a week. My mother and Rachel and Kelly will be keeping an eye on Lizzie while on our honeymoon. I get ready for the wedding and getting my hair done and my dress on. Come on, Bella, let's get you to the church for your big day. You don't want to keep Chris waiting, do you? Says Rachel. No, of course not. Mama, you ready since you are the one giving me away? I know Daddy will be there in spirit. Kelly, you have Lizzie ready, correct? I am ready. Let's go, says Rosemary. Yes, Lizzie is all ready to be the flower girl, and I'm ready also. Thank you, Bella, for making me a bridesmaid, says Kelly. Well, of course. You would be one of my bridesmaids. And Rachel, you ready to be my maid of honor? You know it. And let's get going, says Rachel. We all get in the car and talk about how wonderful this wedding is going to be, and Lizzie is so happy that she gets to throw flowers everywhere. We get to the church, and I am told that Chris is waiting at the altar, so we all get into form, and music plays. I watch as the bridesmaids and groomsmen go up the aisle. Then it's my turn. I look at my mother. Bella, I'm so proud of the woman you have become. You got this. Now let's go get you married, shall we? Says Rosemary. Yes. And with that, my mother walks me down the aisle. Then I watch Lizzie come down the aisle throwing her flowers just like we practiced. Then Chris, his nephew, comes up with the rings. We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman. Is there anyone who believes these two should not be joined in matrimony? No? Then we shall proceed. Who is here today to give Bella away, says the preacher. I am, says Rosemary. Bella and Chris, I'm so happy to be a part of this. Chris, I am so glad that my daughter has found a man as special as you. I have never seen her so in love. I'm giving you my daughter's hand in marriage. Please take care of my daughter and my 2 grandchildren. You have my word, Mrs. Rosemary, says Chris. Chris, you mentioned to me that you had something special planned before we proceed further, says the preacher. Yes. Go ahead. Lizzie, come here, says Chris. Okay, Dada. Lizzie, I love your mommy and promise to always protect her and love her. But today, I want to give you this ring. It's so pretty. Thank you. Welcome. This ring means I promise to be your Dada forever, and I promise to love you forever no matter what. I promise to protect you also, and to make you and your mama the happiest people in the world. I take you as my daughter. Do you take this ring to promise the same and to make me your Dada? Yes! Come give me a hug then. I thought this was the best. I didn't know that he had this planned, and it makes my heart swell so much. I watch as Lizzie runs to Chris and wraps her little arms around him and says, I love you, Dada. I love you too, Princess, says Chris. Now on with the wedding. Do you, Chris, take Bella to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, to death do you part, says the preacher. I do. Do you, Bella, take Chris to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, for better and worse, for sickness and in health, till death do you part? I do. Chris, repeat after me. Bella, with this ring I be wed. Bella, with this ring I be wed. I love you. Now, Bella, repeat after me. Chris, with this ring I be wed. Chris, with this ring I be wed, and I love you too. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Chris takes me in his arms and kisses me with so much want and need, and I return it just as much. We head to our reception and start the rest of our lives together. Mama takes Lizzie to our new home, and Rachel and Kelly follow. Everyone has already moved their stuff from the old house to the new, besides Chris, and we are going to do that now. Then we head to our honeymoon. Chapter 16. Chris and I have spent so many wonderful memories in Mexico on our honeymoon, but today we head back to our life and our new home together forever. Bella, this has been the best. I love you with my heart and soul. You are the mother of our children, and I couldn't have asked for a better mother, wife, and person. Thank you for being the best part of my life. Oh, Chris, I feel the same way about you, but father and husband and daddy. Well, we should get going before we miss our flight. I'm ready when you are, my love. With that, we grab our belongings and grab a taxi to get to the airport. We catch our flight on time and head back to home. I have missed Lizzie so much, and I know Chris has too. We get a cab from the airport to our new place. Bella, so happy to see you and Chris. You two, please tell me you enjoyed the honeymoon, says Rosemary. Chris and I both say it was the best at the same time. That's when Lizzie runs out and hugs Chris and I so tight. Mama and Dada is home. That makes Lizzie so happy. I miss you guys bunches. Is baby brother or sister here yet? Not yet, sweetheart. But in about 8 more months. You can see the baby then, okay? Okay. You're going to be such a big sister, says Chris. Yes, I is. I the best. We all go in and Rachel and Kelly join us. We show them all the photos we took and tell them about all the things we did. We then head to bed. 5 months go by and it's time for my 6-month doctor checkup. I have swollen so big. I don't remember getting this big with Lizzie. We will hear the baby's heartbeat today in ultrasound to find out the gender of the baby. Mama and Dada, where are you going? Did baby come now? Chris and I start talking at the same time. You go ahead, Bella. Mama is going to the doctor today to check on the baby. The baby won't be coming home today. Remember, we still have 3 more months for the baby to get here? But I'm thinking, I can't wait until that day gets here. I'm getting so big and it's getting difficult to walk. Okay. Love you, Mama and Dada. We both answer, we love you too, Princess. What do you want, a baby brother or sister? Sissy, so we can play babies. Well, we will let you know as soon as we get back from the doctor, okay? Okay, I go play now. We tell Lizzie we will see her in a little bit, and we head out to the doctor, but nothing can prepare us for the surprise. Hello, doctor. Hello, Bella, says the doctor. The doctor has us listening to the baby's heartbeat. When she says something isn't right, Chris and I look at each other because the heartbeat sounded strong. The doctor says that we will talk about it after the ultrasound. I look at Chris worried about our precious baby. He reassures me everything will be fine, and I try to stay positive. The doctor comes back with the ultrasound machine, and when she starts looking, well, it looks like there are 2 babies. What? Chris looks like he has went into shock. Did you just say 2 babies, says Chris. Yes, let me show you, says the doctor. What I can tell, one is a girl and the other is a boy. Well, that explains all this weight I have gained then, says Bella. Yes, it would, but the babies look healthy as ever. Congratulations, says the doctor. Chris and I say thank you and head home. We get home to let my mama, Lizzie, Kelly, and Rachel know that there isn't just 1 baby, but 2. My mama is overjoyed about being a grandmother to 3 grandchildren, and Lizzie keeps saying, now I have 2 sisters. We let everyone know 1 is a boy and 1 is a girl, and Lizzie, you will have a baby sister and baby brother. Lizzie is like, okay, whatever. Chris and Lizzie and our babies have made me the happiest woman alive. She starts buying things for the baby and getting the house together to make it a home. Right now, the twins will be sleeping in the nursery, and as they get older, we will figure it out. We have a few more doctor's appointments these last 4 months, and the babies are fine every time. So now that I'm 9 months pregnant, it's now a waiting game to when our babies will be born. The doctor is saying, though, if it's more than 3 more days, I will be having a C-section, and I really want to give birth naturally. So Chris and I are going for a very long walk. You ready, Bella? I want to see our babies. Ready as ever. We head out the door and walk. Honey, do you think that Jared and Rosalina will make their way into the world today, says Bella. After this walk, I'm sure hoping, or late tonight. You think I should be the one who is ready after carrying 2 babies at the same time for 9 months? Yes, but you look so beautiful carrying our children. Oh, thank you, honey. And this is why I love you so much. I love you too, sweetheart. How do you think Lizzie will really react once the babies are born? She keeps saying she only wants a sister and not a brother. She is young still and doesn't really know what's going on. She will want to help with both of them. I really hope so. She will. Now stop worrying so much. Probably just my hormones getting the best of me. Yes, Bella, come here. Let me hold you and kiss my beautiful wife. I go to him, and he takes me in his arms and kisses me. And like always, it makes my heart melt. I've never wanted, needed, and loved a man as much as I love this handsome man in front of me. No one has ever made me feel the way that he does. His kiss is getting even more intense, and he is pulling me as close to him as he can. He starts kissing my forehead and neck and my belly, and next thing I know, he's making music with his fingers and my panties touching my flower. Thank goodness we live in the country, miles away from anyone. Bella, let me taste you, please. Do I want him to taste me, with me so close to going into labor? But then again, isn't that one of the ways that I read about on how to go into labor? Yes, Chris, make love to me right here, right now. Say no more. With that, my panties are off and my skirt is lifted. Then I feel his mouth on my flower, and his tongue doing things that you can only imagine. While his fingers find my entrance, fingers going faster as he starts and takes me over the edge. Chris, please take me now. I need you. Need to feel you in my soul. Are you sure? Yes, I want and need you. With that, he is bending me over, and I feel him enter me. It's a slow and steady pace while his fingers play music once more. Chris, please, give me all you got. He then picks it up. I start moving into rhythm with him when we both explode at the same time. God, Bella, I can never get tired of this with you. I can never get tired of the way you please me either. Oh my goodness, it hurts. Are you okay, Bella? Can you make it back to the house? Yes, I think so. Okay, let's start heading back. Right as he says that, I have a gush of water down my legs and making a puddle on the ground. Chris, my water just broke. It's time to get to the hospital now. Chris picks me up and starts carrying me to the house, and then sets me down in the car. Chapter 17 and final chapter. Rachel, Kelly, and Rosemary, Bella's water just broke. We are headed to the hospital. Can you please keep an eye on Lizzie? Yes, says Rachel. Yes, and you better call me as soon as they are born, says Rosemary. Will do, says Chris. You know Lizzie is safe here now. Get Bella to the hospital, said Kelly. Dada? Lizzie, I gotta take Mama to the hospital, okay? Is she okay? She is fine, Princess. When you come see Mama, she will have your brother and sister with her. Yay! I just gotta get her back. And off we go. Chris gets all my belongings and we head to the hospital. My wife is in labor, her water broke, and I called her doctor is on call. They get me to a room and hook up all the monitors and wait for the doctor to come in and check me. Bella, after looking at the monitor and checking you, are in labor and it won't be much longer and the babies will be here. I'm going to get you set up with an epidural, says the doctor. Okay. A few minutes later, I have the epidural and waiting for the doctor to tell me when I can start pushing. Chris, please, get the doctor now. Chris runs out to get the doctor into the room. Bella, it's time. I need you to push, says the doctor. Chris is helping me along, and I'm pushing every time the doctor says it's not long, and I hear it's a boy. I hear the crying, and they wrap the baby up, and Chris is holding him while he supports me for the second time. Okay, Bella, I need you to push one more time. We see ahead, says the doctor. I push and push till I hear, it's a girl, and I hear the second cry. They get her cleaned up and hand her to me. Well, Bella, congratulations, you have 2 healthy babies. Baby girl is 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Baby boy is 6 pounds, 7 ounces. I'm so proud of you. We need to take the babies and get them checked out. Then do you want them in the room with you tonight, says the doctor. Yes, I want them with us, and I want to breastfeed them as soon as I can. Let's have you start breastfeeding baby boy while we check out baby girl. Then we can switch, and then you can have both babies. So, sounds great, thank you. With that, she takes baby boy to get checked while I start breastfeeding baby girl. I just love them so much. Yes, me too. It completes our family. I'm the happiest man alive. I'm going to call your mother and tell her. Okay, I love you. I love you, Bella. Chris goes to let my mama know that the babies have been born and are healthy babies. Came to get baby girl and give you baby boy. Have you guys thought of names, says the doctor? We have. A baby boy is Jared and baby girl is Rosalina. Beautiful names. I will add that to the papers. Okay, thank you. With that, she is gone, and I start breastfeeding baby Rosalina. Chris comes back in and lets me know that Mama and everyone is super excited to see babies, and they plan to come see us tomorrow. The day passes, and Mama came by with Rachel to see babies, and now I am being released with our babies to go home. When we get home, Lizzie is super excited to meet her baby brother and sister and to see me and Chris. Mama and Dada, I want to see baby, please. I lay the babies down for her to see. What do you think, Lizzie? You're going to be a great big sister, right? Yes, Mama, I'd be good big sister. I love my baby brother and sister. My life is complete. My family is complete. I feel safe and loved. I know that fate has led me home to this man who was my friend and now my husband. I couldn't ask for more. Yes, 5 years from now, I won't have to worry about Enrique unless the appeal goes through and we go back to court and win, where he has gone out of our lives for good. But for now, my life is great and I couldn't ask for more. A year passes and the appeal goes through. We go to court, and this time the judge is a woman, and she can relate with why I did what I did, and she agrees with how it was handled. She changes the sentencing of Enrique to 10 years, and he is to stay out of our lives when he is released. We are happy with the outcome, and we go home to celebrate. Life is finally looking completely safe, and I know that Lizzie and my babies are safe. The end. I hope you have enjoyed this first story as much as I have enjoyed writing it, and I look forward to doing more. Probably drop once a week or twice a week at the most. Partials or fulls. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.